Welcome to the Executive Summary. Michael Gerber's classic book reveals why most small businesses fail and how to build a system that works for you, not because of you. If understanding the difference between working your business and working on it is the kind of edge you are looking for, like this video and subscribe now. Let's get into it. Most leaders believe the path to business success lies in mastering their craft, in becoming an exceptional technician. Michael Gerber's extensive research reveals this assumption to be the primary cause of small business failure. To mistake technical skill for business acumen is to build a gilded cage, trapping yourself within the very enterprise you sought to liberate yourself through. Without a fundamental shift in perspective, your organization will remain perpetually dependent on your direct, personal intervention, severely limiting its growth, scalability, and ultimately, your freedom. This analysis will equip you with a transformative framework, enabling you to design a business that operates systematically, consistently, and profitably, independent of your constant presence. You will learn to build an organization that truly works for you. Gerber's work, forged over decades of coaching thousands of entrepreneurs, offers not just theory, but a proven blueprint for scalable growth, embraced by countless successful enterprises globally. Let us now delve into the foundational principles that redefine entrepreneurial success. Published in 1995, Michael E. Gerber's The E-Myth Revisited: Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It stands as a seminal text in the landscape of entrepreneurial and leadership literature. Gerber, a world-renowned small business guru, author, and speaker, founded E-Myth Worldwide, an organization dedicated to helping business owners apply strategic thinking and systematic approaches to their ventures. His deep experience, derived from coaching countless entrepreneurs across diverse industries, grants him unparalleled insight into the common pitfalls and triumphs of small business ownership. The core problem Gerber addresses is both pervasive and insidious. The vast majority of small businesses fail not due to a lack of technical skill on the part of their founders, but precisely because their operations are run by technicians who mistakenly equate their expertise in a specific craft with the comprehensive acumen required to build a thriving business. This fundamental misunderstanding leads to organizations that are inherently fragile, unsustainable, and perpetually reliant on the founder's personal effort. The E-Myth Revisited became a landmark work because it fundamentally shifted the paradigm for entrepreneurs and leaders. It revealed that a business must be meticulously designed as a system capable of running autonomously, rather than remaining solely dependent on the owner's individual effort and technical proficiency. Gerber introduced the critical, often overlooked, distinction between working in your business, performing the day-to-day operational tasks, and working on your business, developing the systems, strategies, and structures that enable its growth and independence. This insight provides a clear, actionable blueprint for achieving scalable growth and, crucially, true entrepreneurial freedom. This book is essential reading for entrepreneurs, small business owners, startup founders, and aspiring leaders seeking to build sustainable, robust organizations. Its principles are equally vital for executives aiming to understand the foundational elements of scalable operations and for anyone looking to transition from being a skilled practitioner to an effective, strategic leader. It is a masterclass in how to move beyond the limitations of personal heroics and build an enterprise that endures and thrives. Lesson 1. The Entrepreneur, Manager, and Technician. Gerber posits that every individual who owns a business inherently embodies three distinct personalities: the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. The entrepreneur is the visionary, the dreamer who lives in the future, constantly innovating and seeking new opportunities. The manager is the pragmatist, the organizer who craves order, planning, and predictability, ensuring operations run smoothly. The technician is the doer, the skilled individual who loves to perform the actual work, the craftsperson focused on the present task. Gerber argues that the failure of most small businesses stems from a critical imbalance. The technician personality invariably dominates. The journey often begins with an entrepreneurial seizure, where a technically skilled individual, perhaps an exceptional baker or a brilliant programmer, decides to start their own business. They are excellent at the core technical work, but their comfort zone as a technician prevents them from developing the necessary managerial and entrepreneurial systems. They become trapped in the business, constantly performing tasks, neglecting the vital roles of the entrepreneur and manager. This imbalance leads to chaos, inconsistency, and ultimately stagnation. A balanced approach, where all three personalities are acknowledged and developed, is crucial for sustained growth and success. Consider the example of a brilliant chef who opens a restaurant. As a technician, they're superb at cooking, crafting exquisite dishes that delight customers. However, they may be terrible at managing staff, overseeing inventory, handling finances, or developing marketing strategies. The restaurant, despite its exceptional food, struggles because it lacks robust systems for operations, finance, and customer acquisition. The chef, trapped in the kitchen, cannot simultaneously manage the front of house, balance the books, and strategize for future growth. The business remains a reflection of their technical skill, but not of their entrepreneurial or managerial capacity, leading to burnout and eventual failure. Viewer challenge. Which of the three personalities, entrepreneur, manager, or technician, currently dominates your daily activities, and what specific tasks are you neglecting because of this imbalance? Lesson 2. The franchise prototype. Gerber's most revolutionary concept is the franchise prototype. The principle is deceptively simple, yet profoundly impactful. Design your business as if you intend to franchise it from day one, even if you never actually do. This mindset forces you to create clear, documented systems and processes that are independent of any single individual, including yourself. By imagining your business as a prototype for 5,000 future locations, you are compelled to standardize every aspect of its operation. This means defining roles with precision, documenting every procedure, and creating systems that ensure consistent quality, predictable performance, and a uniform customer experience. This approach liberates the business from its reliance on your personal heroics, making it scalable, transferable, and robust. It shifts the focus from individual talent to systemic efficiency. Ray Kroc, the man who built McDonald's into a global empire, perfectly exemplifies this principle. Kroc didn't invent the hamburger, nor did he possess unique culinary genius. What he did was systematize the McDonald's operation to an extreme degree. From the precise temperature of the fryer oil to the exact wording used by counter staff, every single process was documented, refined, and made repeatable. This franchise prototype thinking ensured that any teenager with proper training could run a McDonald's store consistently, delivering the same product and experience anywhere in the world. This meticulous systematization allowed for explosive, predictable growth, transforming a single restaurant into a global phenomenon. Viewer challenge. If you had to hand over your entire operation to a complete stranger tomorrow, what documented systems and processes are currently missing that would prevent them from running it effectively and consistently? Lesson 3. Working on your business, not eyeing it. This principle is the cornerstone of Gerber's philosophy and a direct consequence of understanding the three personalities and the franchise prototype. True leadership, Gerber asserts, involves intentionally stepping back from the day-to-day operational tasks to focus on strategic planning, system development, and vision casting for the future of the organization. The technician, and by extension, the owner trapped in the technician role, gets caught in the tyranny of the urgent. They spend their days constantly putting out fires, responding to immediate demands, and performing the core work of the business. This leaves no time or mental space for strategic thinking. The entrepreneur and leader, however, must intentionally carve out time, dedicated, uninterrupted blocks to think strategically, to innovate, to analyze market trends, and to build the infrastructure and systems that will prevent future fires. This on-the-business work is often uncomfortable for the technician, as it doesn't produce immediate, tangible results, but it is absolutely vital for long-term sustainability and growth. Consider a senior pastor who dedicates all their time to counseling individuals, preparing sermons, and leading services. While these are crucial functions, they represent working in the ministry. If this pastor neglects to develop leadership pipelines, design strategic outreach programs, or establish robust organizational structures for administrative support and volunteer management, their church's growth will inevitably be capped by their personal capacity and energy. They become the bottleneck. A pastor who works on the ministry strategically builds systems for discipleship, delegation, and community engagement, allowing the church to grow beyond their individual efforts. Viewer challenge. What percentage of your work week is currently spent in your business versus on your business, and what specific block of time can you dedicate this week to strategic, on-the-business work? Lesson 4. The business development process. Gerber outlines a continuous, iterative process for building a successful business, comprising 3 essential steps: innovation, quantification, and orchestration. This cycle ensures continuous improvement and scalability. Innovation is the act of finding new ways to do things, to improve products, services, or processes. It's the creative spark that seeks better, more efficient, or more effective methods. Quantification is the rigorous measurement of the results of those innovations. It's about tracking data, analyzing performance metrics, and objectively determining whether an innovation has truly led to an improvement. Without quantification, innovation remains guesswork. Orchestration is the final, crucial step, systematizing the successful innovations so they can be replicated consistently by anyone within the organization. This means documenting the new process, training staff, and embedding it into the operational fabric of the business. This iterative cycle of innovate, measure, and systematize is what drives predictable improvement and scalability. Imagine a tech startup that develops a new feature for its software. They then meticulously track user engagement with this feature, monitor conversion rates, and gather feedback through A/B testing. If the data confirms the feature significantly enhances user experience and drives desired outcomes, they then integrate it into their standard development process, update their documentation, and train all new engineers on its implementation. This ensures the innovation becomes a consistent part of their product offering, rather than a one-off experiment. Viewer challenge. Identify one process in your organization that could benefit from this cycle. How can you innovate within it, quantify its impact, and then orchestrate it for consistent, repeatable results? Lesson 5. The organizational chart as a design tool. Most small businesses, Gerber observes, create roles around existing people. Someone leaves, and the remaining staff absorb their duties, or a new hire is brought in to do whatever needs doing. This organic, reactive approach leads to inefficiency, role ambiguity, and an unhealthy dependency on specific individuals. Gerber advocates for a fundamentally different approach. Design your organizational chart based on positions and functions, not on people. The principle is to first define the responsibilities, accountabilities, and key performance indicators of each position within your ideal organizational structure. Only once these roles are clearly delineated do you then find the right person to fill them. This proactive design creates a scalable framework that can absorb growth, ensure clarity of purpose for every role, and prevent the business from being held hostage by any single individual's departure. It forces you to think about the business as a machine with interconnected parts, each performing a specific function. Consider a growing nonprofit. The founder initially handles everything: fundraising, volunteer coordination, program management, and administration. As the nonprofit expands, the founder realizes they need a director of fundraising and a volunteer coordinator. Instead of simply delegating tasks randomly, they first define the comprehensive responsibilities, objectives, and reporting lines for each of these ideal roles. This allows them to strategically hire individuals with the precise skills and experience required, or to delegate existing staff members into clearly defined, accountable positions, rather than just adding more tasks to an already overloaded plate. Viewer challenge. Draw an organizational chart for your ideal future organization, defining roles and responsibilities without considering who currently fills them. What gaps, overlaps, or critical missing functions become apparent through this exercise? Lesson 6. The system is the solution. Gerber's ultimate distillation of entrepreneurial wisdom is profound. Every problem in your business is, at its core, a systems problem. This means that instead of merely addressing symptoms, blaming individuals, working harder, or applying temporary fixes, leaders must identify and rectify the underlying systemic flaws. Gerber emphasizes that relying on individual talent, heroics, or repeated admonishments to solve recurring problems is fundamentally unsustainable and inefficient. A robust, scalable business is built upon effective systems that either prevent problems from occurring in the first place or provide clear, documented protocols for resolving them consistently. Systems ensure predictability, consistency, and quality, making the business resilient and less vulnerable to human error or individual shortcomings. When a system is in place, the outcome is not dependent on a specific person's mood or memory, but on a repeatable process. For instance, if customer complaints about product delivery are frequent, the solution is not to scold the delivery driver. The effective, systemic solution is to examine and refine the entire order fulfillment process, the packaging protocol, the logistics system, or the communication channels with the customer. Perhaps the order entry system is flawed, leading to incorrect addresses. Perhaps the packaging is inadequate for transit. Perhaps the delivery schedule is unrealistic. By identifying and fixing the systemic cause, the recurring problem is eliminated rather than merely suppressed. Viewer challenge. Think of one recurring problem in your organization. Instead of focusing on who might be at fault, how can you redesign a system to prevent that problem from happening again, making it impossible for the problem to occur? To translate these powerful insights into tangible progress, here are 3 concrete actions you can take this week. Move 1. Schedule on the business time. Open your calendar right now and block out at least 2 to 4 hours this week, specifically designated for on-the-business work. Treat this appointment with the same reverence you would a critical client meeting. During this time, commit to thinking strategically, analyzing your organizational structure, or beginning to document a key process free from operational distractions. This is your dedicated time to work on the machine, not just in it. Move 2. Document one key process. Identify one critical, recurring task within your organization. This could be anything from onboarding a new client, handling a specific type of customer inquiry, or preparing a weekly report. Your task is to document the step-by-step process for this task, as if you were creating a manual for a complete stranger to perform it perfectly every single time. This exercise will reveal hidden inefficiencies and dependencies. Move 3. Identify your dominant personality. For the next 3 days, consciously track how much time you spend acting as the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur. At the end of the week, reflect on the balance. Then, identify one specific task you currently perform as a technician that you can either delegate or systematize, with the explicit goal of shifting more of your time and energy towards the manager or entrepreneurial role. If these insights have resonated with you, and you're committed to transforming your approach to leadership and business building, we invite you to subscribe to the Executive Summary. By joining our community, you ensure you receive consistent, high-value analyses of the world's most impactful leadership literature. To ensure you never miss an episode, activate the notification bell. This simple action guarantees that you are among the first to access the distilled wisdom that can elevate your leadership and your organization. Next week, we're breaking down Good to Great by Jim Collins, exploring the enduring principles that enable companies to achieve sustained superior performance. Remember, true entrepreneurial freedom comes not from working harder, but from building a business that works for you through the power of systematic design and strategic leadership. So remember, work on your business, not just in it. If you found this summary of the E-Myth Revisited valuable, subscribe to the Executive Summary and hit the notification bell for more insights. We'll see you in the next one.